Hello, in this video we're going to take a look at utilizing Andersen 100 series windows for our project. So loading those components into your project is a little bit different than the default windows that are part of the Revit library, and then some of the customizations you can do with the windows are a little bit different also. So I'm going to kind of feature some of those topics here. You can see I already have a few kind of random, not really random, but a few windows already in my model. I'm going to add some more to start with here. So the first place I'm going to go is over to Google Classroom, and you can see there's a post there for the Andersen 100 series windows. Not any specific like sales endorsement for this type of window. I'm just familiar with the product, and they make it available for us to use for Revit, so that makes it a good option for us. You can see they have other series of windows, and if this was a career field you went into, this might be something that you would become more familiar with, is what the different options are, the pros and cons of them, the costs of them, what types of styles and features you can get with them. But we're going to just focus on this one for our class. So the 100 series window, it is similar to a vinyl window with like a plastic, a little bit higher quality than the regular plastic or vinyl window. So you can see in this set they have the casement and awning. These terms are ones that you need to be familiar with. So when you hear the term casement, you should think of the crank out windows. Awning is a crank out also, but it's hinged at the top of the window, and usually is not a very tall window because it's hinged at the top. Single hung are your sliding slides up. The single suggests that just the bottom slides up and the top half is fixed or stationary and cannot move. If it's a double hung, that would suggest that the top half can slide down and the bottom half could slide up, so you got a little more functionality with it. Okay. Gliding window is a term they use for like other places might call it a sliding window, so it slides horizontally, so kind of like the single hung, but rather than sliding up, it slides sideways. The O's and X's you see in the names there, the O would suggest operable and the X would be stationary. So like with this one here, it would be 3 pieces of glass where the two, I'm sorry, 3 pieces of glass, and only the center one can slide and the 2 outside pieces stay put. So that kind of shows you like what parts of the window can move and can't move with that. Picture and specialty windows. So picture would suggest it's fixed, it does not open. So if you're looking for some unique shapes or big shapes or something like that, they have them there. Or gliding doors, these are like your patio sliding doors, and they have side lights, and transoms are the windows that you might put over the top of it if you're looking to get even more light there. So I encourage you to explore this, be familiar with all of the options you have, be very purposeful in your design, get creative. You're probably going to stick to basically the casement or hung window as your primary window, but then you may have special situations where an awning window or picture specialty windows might be appropriate for your project, in which case obviously use them. But yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm going to start, I think, with the casement window. So I think I'm going to come over here to the Revit icon and click on that, and it's downloading a zipped folder for me, so I'm going to open that up. Here's that zipped folder. I need to extract it, all the different windows in there, so I'm going to hit extract all. So I'm going to ask, where do you want to extract it to? It's going into my download folder. Would be more purposeful is to stick this in my folder for Google Classroom. So you can see I hit the browse button, and I'm going to go to Google Drive, My Drive, Classroom, and find my architectural drafting folder for this class, which obviously I've had a lot of Google Classrooms for this. So let's see if I can find a B section. There's a B, first period. I'm guessing this is our class. I stopped putting the years on it, so it makes it tricky. All right, so I'm going to stick it in there. Yep, this is it. Select folder, extract. All right, so it's moving all of them in there for me. Very good. And now I can go back to Revit. And then I'll go and select a window and load family, only it's not going to be in this window folder. And for this, I have to go to my Google Drive for this. So navigate to that folder I just saved them in. And there's all my 100 series casement windows that I selected. So twin side by side if you're looking for a little bit wider. Flanked, I believe that's, yep, it's going to put a picture window in the middle, and operable casement windows on either side. Just your basic single one, twin one. Oh, okay, these ones up here are awning. So I have a single and twin awning windows here, and then I have a single and twin casement window here. The transom, these would go over the top of doors or other windows, and you see you have some options there also. So I'm going to start just real simple, real basic, just a single casement window. And then they load, okay, well here's all the sizes you have with it. The material, you see that Fibrix, that's their version of a vinyl window. Has a little bit different attributes to it. They sort by the width first, so like 1 foot 5.5 inches wide, 17.5 inches. That's a really narrow window. I almost want to sort by height, so I'm going to see. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I could do that. I can filter and say, okay, I want to see just the ones that are like, this is basically 5 foot tall. It's really big. I'm going to go 3.5 feet tall, 3 foot 5.5. And now I'm looking at just those windows. That's great. Learn something new. Okay, I'm going to grab this one. I'm not really thinking it through that critically, and that's okay. You may not be either. You might want to just place a window and see how the size looks and change it out later. So I select it, and I hit OK, and it's your model's being upgraded. I love an upgrade. And I'm just going to drop it here in my master bedroom for right now. Maybe. It's getting there. There it is. Which way is inside and outside? The glass should be closer to the outside of the house. So this is the correct way. That's the incorrect way. So I'm going to just drop that window there. Not that I actually want a window here, but I want to show you guys what it looks like. So there my window is placed. Let's take a look at the 3D view. And I'm going to spin this around. There's that window I just dropped in there. So some additional customizations that we can do with this window. If I go into, I believe, Edit Type, they don't make them the most user-friendly, but you do have quite a bit of customization. So, oops, let me slide that over so we can look at both the window and the settings at the same time. So these divisions in the glass, it's set to pattern 1. Let's see, if I switch that pattern, I'm going to go pattern 2 and hit apply. It's thinking awfully hard about it. You see there is pattern 2 there for that, and I wonder if I go back to the website, does it tell me anything about that? I'm going to click on this and see. No, not necessarily. Lost my place. All right, here we go. I wonder if in the spec guides, I was hoping they would just show me a picture of what all the different patterns were so I don't have to click and wait to see it. It's a very long document, all text though. Okay, I don't think so. Thought there was someplace, but that's fine. We'll just go ahead and take a look. So you can see that's a different pattern there if you want to use that one for the style. I'm waiting for this. Oh, there's 3. I like that one. I think that's called a prairie style. And I really thought I saw someplace where, oh, right here it tells us this. So pattern number 1 is colonial, 2 is a modified colonial, 3 is prairie, which you see like this, 4 is called short fractional, and 5 is tall fractional, although we don't get a visual what that is unless you just click on it. Exterior trim, let's try altering that. I'm probably going to stick with that prairie style. That's one that I like. Or I believe you can take them out completely if you don't want them at all. Okay, so I switched that exterior trim, which 0 was no trim. 1 is a brick mold, which is a pretty common trim to have around the outside of it. Flat casing, 3.5 or 4.5, just a little bit wider or smaller. So that's the trim around the outside. What I would say is you definitely want to use the same settings for all of your windows. It looks strange if I have some with no trim and some with trim. If I use one pattern on a few of the windows, different patterns on other ones. So just be aware of that with your selections. Interior, we have some settings there too, it looks like. We're going to leave it to Fibrix. I was thinking you might be able to change the color. Trim finish. I don't think I want to change the finish. I thought we could get to the color though. Interior casing, jam. Oh, right there I see painted. Clicked on the wrong. So these are the new loaded materials there. And there's paint there also you can get into. I'm not going to spend any more time with that. But that's how you bring your windows in and some of the settings with it. Be very purposeful and choosy with it. You may even want to build your roof before landing on your decision with your window placement and sizes and types, just to see how it looks both on the outside of the house and from inside the rooms. Otherwise, the other content as far as how to dimension the windows and things like that, all of that's the same as from the first project. So I hope that works for you guys, and I'm really excited to see what you create with your projects.